The Excel pivot table is not always the best option to take out information from data. There are better options to report as data analysts to bring toward best management decisions. Standard user would get the whole table with months and year figures. That doesn't bring you to acquire a real understanding of what is happening in the business. To get rid of months, for example, to be able to see trends or changes during different periods. But in this simple case, you need to take the management clicking too many times in order to see the data. It means you need to change the filter in pivot table many times in order to see each item in detail. Or even worse, to generate as many additional sheets from one command in Excel in order to be able to see each item in each of the different sheets generated. A way better option than using pivot table in this case is what Experience makes available in providing reports. Reports that really say something to management decision makers. A professional manager decider knows what needs to be seen in order to make savvy decisions, and that means less management time consuming tweaks to find out what is happening in the business. A truly helpful report is the one that allows you to see the whole picture from once it is done in an elaborated dashboard. In this case, the data was included on the first columns, only to show the not so useful case of using pivot table in Excel. This would ordinarily be in a second sheet, so the dashboard is even cleaner and shows only what needs to be seen in order to make right decisions. We can get the same information that pivot table gives us through a graph in small bunch of graphs, without the need of too many clicks. And at the same time, we can go to the important information we want to know as numerical values in detail, those that show us the actual changes that the business is facing. In an initial phase, we can see what are the monthly changes or trends by each item considered. We can see a general profile for the sum of all the items. We can also see each item from the drop-down list, but then we also can go into higher scope of analysis by looking at year change from previous year figures. And with just one click, the whole forest appears in front of us, not only showing the same graphs information, but also the numerical values we want to figure out the specific behaviors on each of the analyzed items. And we also can see the importance of each of the items in terms of its weight toward the whole results the business could achieve. So we can see the important items, not only their up or down changes, but also their importance in terms of their weight. And finally, the dashboard shows the overall situation from the main items, that is indicating the changes by weight over the whole portfolio and the specific changes of them. And this image alone will bring much more information to the management deciders towards the business improvement.